this should be a quick update on the state of Civilization 5 and all related videos. They're on break. I mean, it's not that I don't want to do them anymore, it's just with Civilization Beyond Earth coming out on the 24th, I kind of want to wait. I kind of gonna wait until that comes out to start doing videos on that, and then once I've got the ball rolling on that, I'll go back into the Civ 5 videos. The other thing is that I may do a separate video on this for that series alone, but I am going to say it here in this. The Henry Morgan series is done. And, I mean, it's not over. I didn't get victory or anything. It's just, I can't load the save file. I don't know what happened, what's going on with that. I'm not even sure why it crashed at the end of the last video, but for whatever reason, the save file does not load. It crashes Civ 5 every time I try to load it, so yeah, I really don't want to have to deal with that anymore and have to try to figure out what's going on with that. And plus, the nature of how the mods work with that, there's no real way for me to go back to a previous save file without loading one of the autosaves, but the thing with the autosave is the closest autosave I can load is like 6 or 7 turns behind where I was when the video crashed. And as any of you know, in the Civ 5 LP, loading the save file, it's only really good if you load a save file from like the last turn you were on. Because if you load an autosave from like 5, 6, 7 turns before what happened, there's no guarantee that what happened up to the point you were in the game is going to happen again when you load a previous save file that far back. Because I mean, when they say that it's a turn-based game, they really mean it's a turn-based game. Turn to turn, everything changes. So that's what's going on with Henry Morgan. As for the Greece LP, I will get back to that probably once I've done an entire series of videos from Civilization Beyond Earth. That is, assuming that Civilization Beyond Earth will work on my system. I mean, this is a general issue I've been having with Steam, really within the last 3 to 4 months, with a lot of the games coming out, and there just being this general lack of interest among publishers and developers on Steam to support DirectX 10 hardware. And now, granted, it's not that I couldn't go out and get a DirectX 11 card, for the system, but when you're talking only 2 or 3 games that absolutely have to have it in my Steam library, at that point, is it really worth it to go spend $120 to $150 for a graphics card? That's kind of the thing that, I'm dealing with right now, and at this point, I just don't see the need to go out and spend that kind of money when I'm really only talking about 2, maybe 3 games in my entire Steam library that really would need the graphics card. And when I've got a Steam library of almost 100 games, and the vast majority don't require a DirectX 11 hardware to run, you can see where I'm having a little bit of an issue with it being a necessity to spend that kind of money for just 3 games. So yeah, that's that's what's going on with the Civ 5 stuff. It's really on. It's on hiatus until Civilization Beyond Earth is released, and Civilization Beyond Earth is installed, and I can get it, and it actually will run. If it runs on my system, you're going to see a lot of videos from it. If it runs, I'm probably going to do one complete series before I go back to Civ 5 to complete Greece, and then do whatever is going to happen from there. So, that's really the state of Civ 5 on the channel. Now, as for the other videos, I'll get to those, but, it's what I said in the channel update on October 1st, September was such a bad month for me, as far as work goes, and, October's been a little bit slower, but with Halloween and all this stuff in November, things are starting to pick up a little bit, and when you work 7 hours a day, 4 days in a row, you can see, I hope you can kind of see where, I'm getting home, and that first day off, I don't really feel like doing much of anything. I hope you can understand that. So, alright. So, okay, well, that's pretty much everything. This was really meant to be an update on the Civ 5 stuff, and that's really what the is going to be. It's on break, and when Civilization Beyond Earth comes out, I'm going to be doing videos on that primarily, and then we'll get back to Civ 5, and then, we'll keep rolling from there. Alright? So yeah, I've been me, you've been you, and I will see you all next time.